Alright guys, welcome back. Red Mist in the house once again. Okay, well, WrestleMania is here guys. We are live. We are here. Get wrecked, son! Okay, if any of you looked in the video beforehand, I'd done a quick little post of the WrestleMania pool. So, some of you may know who I got, but we got a Randy Orton, guys. Look how good that card looks. It is so good. And to be honest, down in this bottom right hand corner, you can see a little red box. Now, it's the same setup as the cards beforehand. Exactly the same setup, as in when you put an enchantment on the card, them boxes fill up, like the little bars next to the name. As you can see, they're red, showing that they're charged and how much charge they've got. Down in the bottom, it's exactly the same as before. It's the enchantment for the ability. Now, I'm gonna not put a survivor in there. I'm gonna go and see what. There we go. We can just go and put, say, a power in there. That'll be fine for now. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because I think it looks so cool. As you can see now, there's a bright green fist inside the red box. It really does increase the visual effects of the card so much more. I think the card looks amazing, like the blue smoke lifting up and stuff, and when it's pro'd, it's incredible. As you can see here, my Randy Orton is now fully pro'd up. These are his full stats. Obviously just deduct the extra power and stuff that I've got there. It obviously tells you there that he's got a bonus extra 6 power, 6 toughness. So normally his stats will actually be, at fully pro'd with 3 power, will be 2,191. Toughness is actually going to be 2,082. Speed is 2,192. Charisma 2,051. And his proc rate on a WrestleMania card is actually 40% now, guys, as you can see there. And then obviously he's also got 2 power, 204 power, because he's got that bonus 6. So normally he would be 198 to power and speed off of the proc rate, which is so cool, guys. As you can see with that stat, if he procs, he can beat WrestleMania. If he procs, he can beat Survivor Pro cards in power and speed. Obviously, if it's not their main stat. If it's their main stat, then no, he can't. The event card, once it's pro'd, the WrestleMania pros cannot be beaten by anything other than a WrestleMania Pro. But we're going to jump in and we're going to take a quick look at the card catalogue. So, starting off, we have Andre the Giant, we have Alberto Del Rio, Alicia Fox, we have the event card right now, which is Andre the Giant. I don't know how you pronounce this. Is it Asura or Asuka? However you pronounce her name. Bailey, Becky Lynch, Big E, Big Show, who's making his debut to a high tier. So Big E. Braun Strowman, another big contender to the top brackets. Or should I say a newcomer, not a big contender. Bray Wyatt, Nikki Bella, Brock Lesnar, Bubba Ray Dudley, a Cesaro, Charlotte, Chris Jericho, another newcomer to the top tiers, Christian. I am so happy about that card. I really love Christian. I really want that card as well. Mr. Perfect, Devon Dudley. Next page, when it decides that it's going to load up. Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, fantastic, love that guy. Emma, another newcomer to the high tier. Edge, Eric Rowan, another newcomer. Finn Balor, Goldust, Heath Slater, another newcomer. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, newcomers to the high tiers. John Cena, Kalisto, Kane, Kevin Owens, King Barrett, Kofi Kingston, Lita. So happy Lita is in this game. Oh my god. Luke Harper, a newcomer to the top tiers. But I'm so happy that they brought Lita back. That means my two girls, Lita and Paige, are going to be my tag team divas when I finally get them both. Mark Henry, Naomi, Neville, Najax, who's actually that Tamina, Nikki Bella, Paige, Randy Orton, who I've already managed to get, Macho Man Randy Savage, Roman Reigns, Rusev, Ryback, Sasha Banks, Seth Rollins, Sergeant Slaughter is in the house, boys and girls, Shawn Michaels, Sheamus, Stardust, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Sting, The Miz, and for the final few guys, The Rock, Titus O'Neil, another newcomer to the top tiers, Trish Stratus making her debut, Triple H, Ultimate Warrior, Undertaker, and Xavier Woods. That is the brand new WrestleMania tier, guys. I really hope if you're in WrestleMania tier, you've got something great. If not, then hopefully you'll get there soon and you will make a fantastic shot at it. And you'll get something good, I hope. As you can see, we've played a little bit this morning. We've managed to get to the end of Kane near enough, so we should be able to get Kane in this video for you guys. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but obviously at the moment in the King of the Ring, the legendary, the King of the Ring, the Ring Domination, the legendary is supposed to be Jack Swagger. The survivor, as you can see right there, is Kane. The WrestleMania card is actually Heath Slater, and the event card is Andre the Giant. Now, this is where it gets crazy, guys, because obviously I don't know if any of you have been watching like Twitch or Kamcord or anything like that. Also check out my Kamcord and YouTubes and stuff. But on Twitch last night, I've seen so many people buying card packs and stuff like that. One guy has put out on Twitter that he managed to pull from the board. He pulled a Finn Balor. He then proceeded to buy 5 Legend to WrestleMania packs. In his very first one, he says he got The Miz. In his second one, he got Keith Slater. In his third one, I think he said he got Dean Ambrose or something. In his fourth one, he got a legendary. And in his fifth one, he got a second Miz. He's the first person to report that he's got a WrestleMania Pro. Now, obviously, in that list of cards that I've just read out, you could also know that Keith Slater was in that list. He's going to get a second WrestleMania Pro. So, in day 1 of WrestleMania coming out, he's going to have a WrestleMania Pro The Miz, and the quicker he grinds out the WrestleMania card in the event, he's going to also have a WrestleMania Pro Heath Slater. Now, I know what you're all saying, obviously, well, The Miz ain't that great, Heath Slater's not that great. No, they're not. They're down. I think The Miz is actually a mid-tier card in WrestleMania, but Heath Slater is actually a low-tier card of WrestleMania. So, yes, I'll agree with that. He's not going to be that great. But, right now, when no one else has WrestleMania cards, he's going to be playing the first few WrestleMania King of the Rings with two WrestleMania Pros. That is crazy. He's guaranteed to win 2 games every single King of the Ring, because not unless other people have bought cards and have got lucky, they are not going to get the win on that guy. So you can pretty much say that because of the luck that he had from pulling his cards, he is basically bought himself probably about 3, possibly even 4 King of the Rings. Because of this is the final pick, guys. We have got Kane. It's not a pro for us, so it's not that exciting, unfortunately. But as I say, by the time anyone else is really getting to the point to contest his cards, he's also going to have the pro, the pro Andre the Giant from next week's Ring RTG. He might even get a WrestleMania Pro from next week's RTG. He might buy more cards in the week. He might pull more cards. He may have ladder rewards. You just don't know, guys. So he could potentially take a lot of WrestleMania King of the Rings for the next, say, 2 weeks until people really start catching up with him. But whether or not he takes them or not is literally down to how quick he levels up and pros them cards. Because if he levels up and pros both of them by no later than the end of today, which is obviously Thursday, the day 1 of this event starting, it's gonna be crazy, because he's gonna be starting his very first King of the Ring with 2 WrestleMania pros. He will not lose unless he gets extremely unlucky. He has pretty much guaranteed himself a WrestleMania card in the first events. Obviously, then, because he's got the very first WrestleMania from that card, if he gets a pro, then obviously this is the best of the best result. The card he gets from the WrestleMania is a 3rd pro from him. For him, then it guarantees him a win until other people start getting pros. But even if he doesn't manage to get pros, obviously he's going to get the jump on everybody because he's got lucky from buying packs and stuff. Now, this is an upgrade for, or should I say, this is the advantage to people buying packs. You might get lucky and you can get WrestleMania cards and get pros, whatever. But they're like 4,000 credits, guys. 4,000 credits. Now, unless you really sit down and think about that for a second, you just don't realise how much that really is. That's like taking I think it's like £25 UK money, so like $30 American money, and just throwing it on a poker game or whatever, because that's what you're basically spending. You know, obviously I was watching Super Summer Barbecue's stream earlier today, and he opened £100 worth of, up until the point that I stopped watching, he opened £100 worth of legendary packs, 4,000 a pop. He spent 16,000 credits, and he got one WrestleMania card while I was watching him. He already had a few WrestleMania cards. He had 4 when I joined the stream, so he obviously got his freebie, and then he's had luck wherever buying some pops, because he'd already got 2, and then he'd got the Heath Slater from the event. So 1 was his freebie, 1 was from the event, and then 2 others have obviously come from the pack. But then in the time I was watching him, He then spent 1,600 credits on more chests and pulled one WrestleMania card. He didn't have a pro by the time I left the stream, but he did have 5 WrestleMania cards. Now, obviously, he's gonna finish the. He finished off the event card and obviously got his Andre the Giant. So when he goes into the event next week, which is the RTG, he's got a potential of getting a pro from the WrestleMania class, and he's also got the Andre the Giant, which is going to become a pro. But just think about that for a second, guys. One WrestleMania card for $100. That's crazy. You know, so it's down to you guys. You might get lucky, you might pull a WrestleMania card, but then the chances that you're going to pull a WrestleMania card are very, very slim. Because when you buy them packs, not only are you picking the WrestleMania shot, you've got a chance of getting a legendary or a survivor or a WrestleMania card. So, you know, it's down to you guys, but me personally, I wouldn't buy them. You know, I wouldn't buy them because the risk for the reward does not weigh up. If they turned around and said that it was, say, I don't know, 4,800 credits or 5,000 credits or even 5,500 credits, and it was just WrestleMania tier pulls, I might be tempted to buy that, you know, but then at the same time, I most probably wouldn't buy it either. But people would be a lot more tempted to buy that because the price that they're paying to get a WrestleMania card is a lot better, you know, because they're not guaranteeing that they're going to spend, like, say, 20 odd quid and then end up with a legendary that's no good to them whatsoever. You know, like, obviously when I was watching Zoma Barbecue streams, he pulled, like, out of his boxes, he got one Survivor, one WrestleMania card, the rest were legendary cards, you know. So that's the extreme of what happened to him. I know that the whole thing is down to luck, but it's just not worth it, guys. It really isn't worth it, in my opinion. But anyway, we're kind of babbling on a little bit like we tend to in this stream or in these videos. So I really hope that everyone's doing really well in your RTGs and your King of the Rings. Obviously, now that the new tier's out, a lot more people are going to be pushing in the King of the Rings, so make sure you've got your energies up and stuff, because it's very likely that you could be knocked out, guys. Please put a like, subscribe, and comments down below for the video. That would be really appreciated. And I'm gonna actually quickly show you how close my King of the Ring is. Well, we've finished up on the enchantments anyway, so I'm gonna show you very quickly how close the King of the Ring is right now for me. Okay, we were keeping fairly energized, but then at the same time we weren't keeping energized the whole way. So as you can see, we're 28 to 15. Normally, that would be so easy to win or go into the contestant brackets of the King of the Ring, in the King of the Ring. But look at this lineup, guys. We have 34 to 9, 34 to 9, both tied for first place. Third place, 31 to 12. Fourth place, 30 to 13. Fifth place, 29 to 14. Sixth place, 28 to 15. Myself in 28 to 15. Last place, which is tied for sixth position, 28 to 15. Then we drop off a little bit down to 26 to 17, and then we have a huge jump. So as you can see, guys, this King of the Ring is very close. We all have very similar cards. As far as humans and bots go in this team, we have all top 9 here are humans. 10th, yes, the 10th is a human as well. 13th is a human, 14th is a human, and 15th is a human. The others are bots. So we've got like, what's that, 13 humans in this King of the Ring? That's crazy, you know. And on top of that, obviously, I started this King of the Ring the day before the WrestleMania tier went live. So it's going to end today. So hopefully a lot of people are going to be kicked out, or a lot of people have already started their WrestleMania King of the Rings. So I'm hoping that when I start mine later today, I won't have so many humans in my King of the Ring. I might get a little bit lucky and get a few bots. But because the new WrestleMania tier is out, as you can see, our King of the Ring rewards has been upgraded. Because before, this here was what we were getting as of yesterday. So, for instead of being second place, it was first place. You was going to get a legendary card and like a legendary superstar and the Survivor superstar. But as you can see, because the new King of the Rings have come out, the rewards have been upgraded. So now we have the potential of getting 2 Survivor cards, and we only have to make it to the semi-finals to get that Survivor. So I'm really hoping, as it sits, if I win one more game, I'm pretty much guaranteed the qualifyings, which is fantastic. I'm going to work like crazy to try and get into the semi-finals because I really want that Survivor. If I can make it into the final, then that will be great, but the likelihood that I'm going to be able to win the final isn't that great. So I think I might just get myself purposely knocked out in the semi-finals, just because if I do that, I can claim my reward, I can start my WrestleMania, and I can be into my WrestleMania 2 to 3 hours before the King of the Ring finishes. So if I go to the finals, I'm guaranteed to be waiting another 2 hours. Then another hour to claim my reward, so that's 3 hours if the games go straight 2-0. If it goes 1 apiece, then it's potentially 4 hours before I can start the King of the Ring. So just a little heads up there, guys. If you don't think you're going to win the King of the Ring, then sometimes it's not always best to push for that top prize. But as soon as we hit the card limit, I think I'm going to call it a day there, rather than getting rid of all the cards and then playing some more matches for you guys. But as you can see, our Randy Orton is completely finished. These are his stats. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Please put a like, go ham on that like button, go ham on the subscribe button, and maybe even hit that share button for me. And please put down comments in below what WrestleMania card you got, how well you're doing in your ring domination and your King of the Rings. And I shall see you in the next video, guys. Thanks very much. Peace on the streets.